Coldwell Banker Previews International for 35 years, specializing in helping buyers and sellers in Coconut Grove and the Gables. She's pleased to be able to offer her customers boutique personal services and exceptional local knowledge. She's a chartered member of both the Masters Brokers Forum and International Property Specialist, as well as Certified Residential Property Specialist. She's a member of the Coconut Grove Women's Club, the Sailing Club, and St. Thomas Episcopal Church, and she enjoys reading, growing orchids, and sailing. Welcome. Her topic is on portability.
First of all, I have to confess, I'm absolutely very nervous, scared to death, because I haven't spoken before a group like this since I don't remember when. So, Peggy is passing out a handout that has a couple of examples of the benefits of portability, which I'm going to be talking about. I guess my first question is, how many people are familiar with portability? Do you know what it means? Any hands? Great. Oh, Joyce. Okay, Joyce and Charity. It's a way to help save money in your real estate transaction, which I think all of our sellers and buyers can use. I just had a seller who bought Do It, and what portability is, it's a way to take your long-term tax cap protected tax assessment from Save Our Homes in 1992. Now, does everybody know what Save Our Homes is? Does anybody know? Okay, in around 1992, and this is a Florida thing, they passed an ordinance, a law, whatever you call it, capping the tax assessment on our homes that the tax assessor provides, where it can't grow more than 3% per year. The advantage to this, many people who bought their homes years ago, as the market went up, which is great, we all love the market going up, but as the market went up, so did the taxes on their home. Well, that didn't work for people who were thinking of retiring or people on a fixed income, and it was becoming, as South Florida's market got better, people couldn't afford their homes. That's why they named Save Our Homes. Well, that's fine if you're living in your house forever and ever, but if you want to make a move, that's not so fun. So in the mid-2000s, and I don't know if Peggy or Renee, Nancy, Erica, I'm not sure the date. Do any of you know? Yeah. It was in the mid-2000s. There was another ordinance passed about portability. And what that meant was when someone who sells their home moves, they can take a part of that tax savings with them. I've got two examples on the sheet. Now, I don't want everybody lost in their piece of paper right now, but you can have it and look at it later. And I actually have the link and the address to the tax assessor's site. I had a customer who bought a house in New Littlewood, and it was really a neat house, but it was a really big house, and he bought it in the 1980s. And as his children moved on, and he and his wife got older, and he wanted to retire, he had an asset worth over $1 million then. And he would have liked to buy a little condo, maybe down on Edgewater, here in the Grove. They come in all ranges, but between $200,000, $700,000, $800,000. He could have pocketed $500,000 or $600,000 cash and moved to a smaller, simpler thing. Less air conditioning, less maintenance, ease of traveling. But he said, yeah, my taxes on my new little condo are more than the taxes on my $1 million plus house that I'm living in now. Why should I sell my big house and pay more taxes on my little house? A lot of people had the same problem. So actually our people we elect to office listened, and they passed what we call portability, where you can take a portion. You can't take your whole amount, but you can take a portion of your tax savings with you. And let's see. The, the key, and this is for all of Florida, if you decide you're living here in the Grove, but gee, it's cheaper up in the Jacksonville area, you can go to Jacksonville. So you can always take your portability with you anywhere in the state of Florida. Now, the way to figure your portability, and keep in mind, this is an estimate because things change yearly with our tax assessment. But look on your sheet, I've got the tax assessor's website. It's the pink numbers right up on the top. That will take you directly to the form where you figure your portability. You put in something you're thinking you might be buying. Like in my example, I have a customer who has a big house in South Grove, and she's thinking of moving to Grove Isle. The Grove Isle apartment's a 2-bedroom. It costs $7.99. So you would enter the sales price for where you think you want to go. And then on the second place in the form, you enter the folio number that's on our tax rolls. And did everybody just get, hopefully just got, I've lost it. The trim notice where it shows your taxes, your proposed taxes for next year. Your folio number is there. You can also get it on the web at the tax assessor site, which is the address. So you enter your folio number and it will show you how much of your Save Our Homes assessment you can take with you to save on the next house. Like the lady that's thinking of buying in Grove Isle can, let me find it. The lady thinking of buying in Grove Isle, now, let me mention this. The tax assessor has what they call a just market value that you'll see on your tax bill or when you go online to the tax assessor's office. Don't have a heart attack. That is a very low number. Don't think you have to sell your house for that price. It's just an artificially low number. The tax assessor's never been to my house. I doubt he's been to your house. He uses a computer and they estimate. So in this case, the example number 1, the empty nester wants less maintenance. And her house is probably worth $1.5 million if she decides to sell it. Just that's what, if Peggy and Renee and Nancy came and looked at it, they would all agree, and a buyer would pay about that for it. Her taxes now, because she's had Save Her Homes for 30 years, are $8,561. That was for last year. And if she were to buy the Grove Isle today, the tax assessor says her house is worth $720,478. I'll get back to that in a minute. Now, the Grove Isle she might be buying is on the market for $7.99. Let's say she has to pay that because sellers are commanding very nearly full price, just like Peggy said. There's a formula. Her Save Our Homes homestead she can transport is $293,790. You take that figure off the sales price. If you're buying a home and don't have Save Our Homes, if it's someone's first home, you will be assessed at the full price, more or less, that you pay for the house. With Save Our Homes, they take this figure, which comes from the formula, which is basically the difference between your tax assessor's just market value and your assessed value you pay for taxes. You take that off the sales price of your new house, and her taxes on the new Grove Isle will be $10,511 because she can move her Save Her Homes benefit. If she didn't have the portability, her taxes on that Grove Isle would be $16,000. So she's saving $5,500 by being able to port part of her homestead to the new house. I'll let you work through example 2. It's just a different price range. It's the exact same theory. Depending on the difference between the tax assessor's just market value and your current tax assessor make value is what works to make the portability figure. For a seller, it's a percentage. It's not the whole difference. That's why you have to go to the website and figure it. For a buyer, it is the whole amount. If you're living in a house and it's assessed at, say, $400,000, and your Save Our Homes, your just market value on that house is $500,000, you've got $100,000 savings that new buyer can take to their new house. It doesn't work as well as it could because the tax assessment, just market values are low. So there's some forward-thinking sellers, and this is a new thing. They're thinking they might be selling in a couple of years, or even a buyer who's thinking they might be buying. You can hire a professional to go and appeal your market value. Why would you want to appeal your market value? Because then you have a bigger differential between your tax assessment. As long as you've got Save Our Homes, it won't change your taxes, but it'll give you a bigger differential should you decide to make a move. How this is going to come out, it's too new to tell. If anybody wants the phone number, I did talk to a man who will be doing this. And let's see. Oh, the other thing, remember when you sell, whether you buy or not, if one person's on the deed, there's a $250,000 savings on your capital gains. If two people are on the deed, there's a $500,000 savings on your capital gains. So I hope this helps save people some money.
Now, this goes to show why you may need a real estate professional to help understand all the intricate parts of a real estate transaction. So, great, thank you, Anne.